Hello Tubies, back again, and this video is going to be entitled Seances and Spirit Communication. And this video is really a very touchy subject yet again, because this is ethical, moral, to that nature, that we shouldn't tap into these sort of forces, but indeed witches in the past have done these type of things, and they continue to. But before you start jumping my tail, I have to say that the work of spirit communication, ancestral communication, this is part of my ancestral videos, that advanced, and even advanced for myself, and I'll be the first to admit that I have not done that much work, but I have a motto, and the motto is, I would rather fail at to not have the balls to even try it. And in the witchcraft community, when one learns to use to bend energy, to mingle energy, that we first learn to do by trial and error. And I think this is important in the growing of our spirit. So, with that in mind, this is just my own personal experience, what I've seen, what I know. I've been watching several videos from the Spirit channel, or Reverend Psychic Bob Hickman. I love his channel, you need to check it out, it really is wonderful. He's a psychic medium, and he does many seances. And I was watching a video on his day-to-day life, and he said he had some classes he teaches, which I think is wonderful. If I could ever go to them, Bob, you know I would so go to them. What was I saying? But anyway, and he talked about his day-to-day life as a psychic medium, and one thing that it's inspired me to make this video, because there are several different ways to do it in spirit communications, and there's a question of how do I remain safe, because we've all seen the Hollywood movies about how, you know, people doors they can't close. First of all, Hollywood is crap. Second of all, that is true to an extent. Are capable of happening, and I'm not saying every spirit that you communicate with is positive. Another thing to keep in mind. But there are ways to avoid the negative. And like I said before, this isn't something I have much experience on. I don't have much, you know, many of the tools I'm going to explain in a minute about spirit communication, but I have done so, and I've told y'all before in the past I've regressed spirits in my own house, psychically, and prayer, of course. With that being said, I'm going to start by talking about generally things like a seance would be led by, I'm going to use Bob Hickman as an example. When Bob Hickman does a seance, he's usually going to be in a room full of clients, and he usually allows, as a medium, he allows the spirits to inhabit his body and communicate through him. But there's usually some sort of medium that allows you the focal point of a seance, and usually with the seance there's a lot of protecting and candle lighting. Candle lighting, of course, spirits, and a lot of casting of circles, because we want to protect ourselves from the negative. Usually done, seances themselves are done by experienced mediums. There we go. There are other ways, and the most notorious, of course, is with Spirit Board, which I am desperately trying to find one that I love anyway. You can do one with a pendulum, and what it does is it goes by the swinging of the direction, it points to numbers, letters, etc., etc. Yes, no, of course. And then there's the Ouija board, which Bob Hickman also does, which is one person or by a separate group of people, also in the same way as a seance, but maybe not with a medium. There's other ways we do this. We can do it children work if we're doing scrying. We communicate countless forms of divination means. if we've tuned in our psychic ability strong enough, we've done psychic development through the course of our lives, that we are able to communicate without the use of these tools, and so be it. That's another way. Now, why we do this? One, as witches, we're here for the only reason we're here, why we're here. But we have the means, the ability, and the determination, I suppose is the word I'm looking for, to learn these skills and be able to communicate. Why we want to communicate is because knowledge of the afterlife, and this is one of the ways we've learned it. Psychics have seen the afterlife. We know what the afterlife is. Person to person, we have some sort of idea. We communicate with past ancestors because there may be unfinished regression. We want to regress a spirit, a negative spirit, or which I again said I have done, and which is very it also helps drastically one's third eye or psychic abilities, and it is very advanced. And I haven't done too many of these workings, but the common rule of error, as long as you have intent and willpower, what you want to manifest or bring, whatever the word is, then you can't do wrong. You can't invite anything negative, though they are prone to. All you have to do is demand positively, of course. You want to politely ask them. Through trial and error is one way that we have done this, and I believe that they can't fully urge, not strongly, or they want to do it with like a high priest or high priestess. By all means, go ahead. I guess if anybody wants to respond to this video, one question I might want to ask you is, why do you think we do it? And we had. This is an interesting video. I haven't, like I said, I haven't done much again, but it's going to be the next spiritual progression that I'm going to be learning, and I'm not far off. I have 4 months until I'm finally going to be considered second degree, I hope, by the Correllian Nativist Tradition Draft, which is also witchschool.com. I'm a lifetime member, and I know a lot of people don't take it seriously, but it really is a serious site, and they do teach you that you would be taught. The High Priest of the Covenant got her 3rd degree from the Correllian Nativist tradition. So they are very, very insightful, and it allows you to open your mind, to expand yourself. So yeah, but I'm also almost there. Okay. Like I said, post videos, anything, and I hope everybody has a safe, blessed, and magical week. Bye, everyone.